Today in Washington, all eyes are on former President Donald Trump and former Vice President Mike Pence, both speaking at separate Republican events in the nation's capital. Their dueling engagements come as two former Pence aides cooperate now with the federal investigation into January 6th. ABC's Justin Finch with more details from D.C.
Another January 6th probe gaining momentum as a federal grand jury has now heard from two top-level aides of former Vice President Mike Pence.
If the mob had gotten closer to the vice president, I do think there would have been a massacre in the Capitol that day.
Former Pence Chief of Staff Mark Short on the anxious effort to escape danger as crowds breached the Capitol. Short, now the highest-ranking Trump White House official to testify before the grand jury. Sources say he and former Pence counsel Greg Jacob are cooperating with the Justice Department probe. Both have also faced questions from the House Select Committee, which has released new video and images appearing to show former President Trump was resistant to condemning crowds who stormed the Capitol. The committee presenting this image of a draft of Trump's January 7th remarks with sentences stricken and handwritten additions. Trump's daughter and former advisor Ivanka Trump questioned.
Do you recognize the handwriting?
It looks like my father's handwriting.
The committee saying Trump cut key lines calling for swift and firm legal consequences and for the Justice Department to prosecute all lawbreakers to the fullest extent of the law. Trump's son-in-law and advisor Jared Kushner asked why.
Do you know why he wanted that crossed out?
I don't know.
From the White House, President Biden recovering from COVID-19, praising the law enforcement response to the Capitol riot while denouncing Trump for not doing enough.
For 3 hours, the defeated former president of the United States watched it all happen as he sat in the comfort of the private dining room next to the Oval Office.
Former President Trump's arrival to Washington marks his first since leaving office. He's set to speak this afternoon before a summit of the America First Policy Institute. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.